Welcome back. Being able to make conversations with people you're not very close to or you're not very sure of is a very, very important skill. Today we're going to talk about one aspect of this called small talk and how to build on that and some topics you can use to further conversations. Welcome, I'm Ajit from Capshine. Capshine is a revolutionary learn it together English fluency program. With Capshine, learning English is easy, quick, fun, affordable and effective, and we promise a whole new you in 6 months or less. So, how do we break down walls and get people to start conversations with you? This is one of the biggest problems that we have when it comes to making conversations. The first thing you can do is compliment them at the beginning of the conversation. This is a great strategy, but making sure that you compliment them for the right things and in the right way is important. So how do you do that? Well, use their work, energy, or an appropriate physical attribute as a compliment. You don't want to go in and say, hey, I like how you smell. That might be creepy, right? So you need to make sure you know what to talk about and what to compliment them with. Let's look at some examples. So you could talk about their work. For example, I am a huge fan of their work. If this is someone that you've followed, their work that you followed, make sure you compliment on their work. I wish I could be doing a job just like yours. So if you know someone and you've followed their job, this is a great compliment because people like to be appreciated for the hard work they've put in and things that they've built, not necessarily for how they look or things that they haven't had too much control over. I hope I could be as amazing as you at my work. You could also compliment them for their energy and their personality, the vibe that they have, if you know what I mean. I love being around people like you. Your energy is so infectious. Or being around you brightens my darkest days. This is a little bit more intimate, but I'm guessing you would use this with someone that you've known for a while, right? Not to a complete stranger. That would be creepy, right? You could also talk about, or rather give genuine platonic comments. Platonic meaning non-romantic, right? So keeping it platonic can make sure that people don't feel uncomfortable. For example, this haircut suits you, or your dress is so elegant, or you dress so elegantly, or you have beautiful eyes. All these are non-invasive comments that you could, by just looking at them at that moment, you could observe and give compliments about. Great way to start a conversation and keep that conversation rolling. Before we go into the other strategies, a quick look at the Capshine learning model. With Capshine, you get speaking opportunities, you get to learn and practice as a group. You get a personal coach who will assess you and give you feedback on how to improve. You also have access to daily micro lessons and live classes through which you will build your foundations, get your doubts solved, and become a more confident user of the language. Let's continue. The next thing you can do is to transition from this introduction into the conversation as well. Let's look at some mock-ups and see how this works. Get off the compliments quickly and get into the conversation. Transition into a different topic quickly. Use this reminds me of as a way of relating two topics, right? Let's see how this is done. So let's assume this is a dialogue between two people. One of them comes and compliments the other, starts the conversation. This haircut really suits you. Reminds me of this actress in Friends, and the other person says, oh, thanks. Are you talking about Jennifer Aniston or no, Rachel from that show? And you could go ahead and say, that made me blush, so you have seen Friends. Of course, I absolutely love the series. Who is your favorite actor out of them all? So what you've done here is that you've transitioned into a conversation. You found out that they love Friends. You found out that they love that particular actress. You've gotten their opinion, you have a baseline, you can have a conversation now. You can go forward and ask them about more things about them. Keep the conversation rolling, and that's the key to great conversations. Having a two-way communication, finding out about them, using that to channel your communication going forward. You can also find interest or things that you are mutually interested in. For example, refer to anything that interests you and see if your partner is interested too. If yes, the conversation resumes from there. If no, steer to a different conversation, or you could, this is a risky move, you could explore why they don't like it or what is the alternative to that they prefer. For instance, instead of only asking, where do you live and why did you choose to live there, you could also ask questions that unlock the, sort of the fantasy land in their minds, right? Where would you like to be if you had no restrictions? Where would you travel to? These kind of questions can really get them thinking, and you can have potentially fun conversations as a result. Create a connection even while listening, and this is very important. Listening is a very important part of conversations and conversation building. Give an appropriate reaction to their speech to make a person feel heard, and this includes eye contact, nodding, your body language, repeating some aspects of what they say to show that you are listening, and all these are important verbal, non-verbal cues to keep the connection going and also the conversation rolling. Use some words in your speech from the speaker's speech, right? When they speak, try to mirror some of the words that they use. This is a great way to keep the conversations rolling. So that's the long and short of it. If you want to have great conversations, try some of these. And of course, do check out our other videos on small talk and conversation strategies. They give you strategies on how to keep conversations alive, what topics to talk about, and how that can be used in any situation, right? If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss updates from us. And of course, don't forget to check out your 30-day free trial with Capshine by going to capshine.com or downloading the app from the Play Store. Thanks for watching.